Shalom. All praises, honor, and glorification unto our power, our mighty, marvelous, and wonderful power. Kol Halaimla Alahainawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, whom rule well, and who are great examples to our younger brethren, and also whom I have learned this truth from. Salutations as well as health and wellness unto the hopeful elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai scattered across the earth. This is your brother Allah coming to you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson will be Babylon the Great is fallen, right? And, Lord willing, the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai be edified. And Lord willing, this lesson will be straight to the point. Right, so, let's get right into it. And I'll start off with the book of Revelation, the 14th chapter. Salakia. Really, I could get all these. I'll get Jeremiah 51:8. And it reads, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Right, and ultimately that's what we're seeing, man. We're seeing the downfall of Babylon the Great, which is America. Right, and there's a flurry of signs that the Lord has taken place, which are the signs that, we're instructed to look for and watch for, Let me get this as well. Revelation 14:8, and it reads, And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Right? So, since I mentioned that, right, because it speaks about that in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, and I'll start at verse 1. And it reads, Salakia. It reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world hath the beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. See? And we're in the time of the end, right? Wherein we're seeing the effects and signs, Right, so let me get this. Matthew, the 24th chapter. Matter of fact, let me get 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter. And I'll start at verse 1. And it reads, But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, which that us spoken of is talking about the elect, which Lord willing, myself as well as you, Sincere Akim and Akwath, be a part of the elect. Right? But that's the point, man, you know. Therefore, verse 6 again, therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Right? Sober going into, you know, ultimately being in our right mind. You see? Right? So now let me go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, and I'll start at verse 3. Right? This is the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, verse 3. And it reads, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? Which, as I brought out before, and, you know, brothers have brought out, and, you know, just going into it, that end of the world is not talking about the end of the actual earth. Right? The earth is never going to come to naught. And it tells you that when you read Ecclesiastes, the 1st chapter and the 4th verse. Right? The earth abideth forever. Right? So when you go into that word world, which, let me get this since I mentioned it, you know, just to show it instead of just saying it. Ecclesiastes 1 and 4, and it reads, one generation passeth away, and another generation cometh, but the earth abideth forever. See, so the earth is never going to come to naught. Therefore, we know that that's not talking about the end of the actual earth, but rather it's talking about the end of an age. Right, and I'm going to show that, right, Matthew 24 and 3. So when you go into that word world, and here I'm using a blue letter, right? You see it says period of time, age, and that's the proper meaning of where it says world in this particular verse, right? Period of time, age. So, you know, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? In other words, and of the end of the age. And, you know, prophetically, within this age spoken of will be the rulership of Esau, Edom, right? In other words, Esau will be in rulership, you know, during the time of the end, you know, right? And how do we know that? Well, let's get it. 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter, verse 9. And it reads, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? And, you know, just elaborating off upon that, right, there's a saying, and it's two kings can't sit on one throne. You know, so ultimately, in, you know, before the rulership of the kingdom of, before the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is established, this current kingdom has to and will be taken out first. You know? Right? So once again, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? And furthermore, let me get this. Job 9 and 24, right? And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? And who is ruling the earth currently? The so-called white man, which is Esau Edom. Right? Classified as the wicked according to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? And how do we know that? Let's get I believe it's Malachi, the first chapter. Yeah, and I'll start at verse 1. And it reads, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, when hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation. Right? Indignation meaning righteous anger forever. Right? You see? Right? So, going back to Matthew, the 24th chapter. And we broke that down. So now verse 4. And it reads, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, right, going into the signs, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right? Verse 7, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And we're seeing that. Verse 8, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, which the scriptures tell you, damn. What's that scripture? Fuck. Man, I believe it's 2 Timothy 3:1. Right, regarding that beginning of sorrows. I don't know if it's this or another one. Let's see. Verse 1, 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Right now, when you go into that word perilous, I'm not sure if this is the one, but let's see. So like here, 2 Timothy 3:1. Going into the word perilous, because we read it said, the beginning of sorrows, showing that these times are going to be sorrowful, right? So you see here it says troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage, right? Difficult. Let's get some more. Right. See, risky, unsafe, hazardous, fraught with danger. Desperate. See. Right. You get the point. Right. There may be another one though, but that brings it that brings the point. But so let's see. Now let me go to 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Right? Because once again it said the beginning of sorrows. This is verse 18. And it reads, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sin and scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted away, Salakia wasted, and the city shall be cast down. Right? So we're heading into sorrowful times, man. Miserable times. Right? 2nd Esdras 8:50. And it reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride, which, as we know, pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. And, you know, furthermore, the scriptures tell you that pride is the beginning of sin. And let's get both of those. Right? Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter, and I'll start at 12. And it reads, the beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Right, and let's get this as well, since I quoted it. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. Right, Proverbs 18:12. Before destruction the heart of man is haughty, and before honor is humility. See? And, you know, the Lord is going to bring to naught the haughty-spirited. The scriptures tell you that as well, man. Right? Isaiah 2:11. The lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? And at the top of that pride is Esau, but right under him you have these fucking women, you know. Which you women are going to get it the worst, man. You know, all this, it's getting worse and worse with the women, man. It's insane. This shit is crazy. But this lesson isn't about women, you know. But sometimes you can't help but fucking mention it. Because it is, you know, it's insane. But continuing on. Let's see. Let me go back here. Yeah, we got that. Salakia. Yeah. So, you know, that's pretty much the point. Yeah. With that, Lord willing, you were edified. Once again and forever, all praises, honor, and glorification unto our power. Call Halaim La, Alahayan Awa, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Salutations, as well as health and wellness unto you, since your Akim and few, since your Akwath. See you in the next lesson, Lord willing. And Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'Bakshah, Ba'Babah. Shalom, DT soon and stay sharp. Shalom.